After going toe-to-toe with Russell Westbrook for 2 weeks, Stephen Curry now has Kyrie Irving and Matthew Dellavedova to contend with, and Delly really got physical with him last year.
Yeah, and I don't think that that's the right tack to take this year. I think Steph has seen so many different defenses now. You're not going to be able to rough him up and get under skin. He's a guy who's shown you every time they doubt him, he comes back stronger. And this is another one of those cases where he's going to be ready to play.
And in terms of LeBron James, there were many who thought he was Finals MVP last year, even though the Cavs lost in 6 games. To wit, LeBron averaged in the series 35.8 points, 13.3 rebounds, and 8.8 assists. A stat line that's hard to fathom. What do you expect from LeBron with a healthy group this time around?
Well, believe it or not, Rick, he doesn't have to do that much heavy lifting this time around. He should have Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving there to take some of that pressure off. I think his numbers could go down, and he'll still play as well or better than he did last season. The best part about it, though, is LeBron is going to find out now exactly what might have happened last year when they went to 6 games and they couldn't finish the deal. He's got his guys with him.
Questions will be answered, and the Warriors won both regular season meetings by an average of 20 points per game thanks to 41% shooting from threes and 27 PPG from Curry. David Blatt, by the way, coached Cleveland in both of those losses. Here's the King on facing the champs.
Well, they shoot the ball extremely well. I mean, Clay and Steph is probably the 2 greatest shooters that we've probably ever seen. Obviously, in today's game, they are. And, you know, some of the shots, there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, you know, better offense beats great defense any day. I mean, that's just always been a saying in basketball. So you have to be able to, you know, do other things to stop them. But it's hard to contain them, and we all know that. The whole league knows that. Our team knows that. But we have a game plan, and we have to follow it and be true to it.
David Blatt took the Cavaliers to the finals last season and started this year 30-11, but he was let go in favor of Tyronn Lue, who has guided the Cavaliers to a 39-16 record, including 12-2 in the playoffs and finishing first place in the Eastern Conference. All right, Sekou, let's play the pressure game. Does LeBron James have more pressure to bring a title to Cleveland for the first time since 1964, or does Steph have more pressure to close the deal after leading the Dubs to an NBA record 73-win season?
Well, I think the pressure for both guys is off the charts, obviously. There's no way LeBron is ever going to escape the pressure of bringing that championship to Northeast Ohio until he actually does it. I mean, it's always going to be hanging there, out there for the fans, for us, and certainly for LeBron. No player is more conscious of his legacy and where he fits in the bigger picture of the game. He knows you get this championship to Northeast Ohio, that changes the conversation dramatically and puts him in that short conversation legitimately for the greatest player of all time.
And how much pressure is on LeBron to not lose a 5th finals?
I think it's the same as bringing a championship to Northeast Ohio. It's dueling, amounts of pressure, but both colossal in the grand scheme of things. For Steph, it's a little different. While I think there is some pressure on them to finish this off, and you get the 73-win regular season, you want to make sure you do it the right way, matching the 96 Bulls with the record during the regular season and the championship to cap it off. But the other part about it is Steph's got a little chip on his shoulder. I think people forget that this is not a high school All-American who's been on the magic carpet ride since he was 16. This is a guy who's had a chip on his shoulder silently, but certainly has been there throughout the course of his career to keep getting better and to shut up his doubters, to silence these people who continue to talk about him not being a truly all-time great player. I don't know what more you need to see from him after watching the Western Conference Finals. This guy's legit.
And in terms of Stephen Curry, there are those, and the Warriors, there are those who think that they got lucky last year, not playing the Spurs. The Thunder did not make the playoffs. They talk about the injuries that the Cavaliers had. This is not me saying this, Sekou. Yeah. These are doubters. These are skeptics. How much pressure is on Steph and the Dubs to shh those people?
Oh, yeah, I think it's tons of it. It's not you, it's not me. It's guys who have come before him, and I think that's the part that stings for Steph. He won't admit it. I don't think the Warriors will come out and say it, but they're doing this to put the lips to the fingers of everybody. They want everybody to shut up talking about what they're not, and the fact is, 4 more wins, they're back-to-back champions, and that, to me, silences all the doubts.
So both superstars saved their best for last in the conference finals. LeBron James, 33, 11, and 6 in Game 6 against Toronto. Steph had 36 with 7 threes and closing out OKC in Game 7. And since the current playoff format began in 1984, there have been only 5 instances of a finals rematch. 2 of them have happened in the past 4 years. Cavs and Dubs and Spurs and Heat before them. Only the 97 and 98 Bulls won both times